What's up, Scorpio? Welcome to your December love reading. This is going to be perfect for you if you are Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If it doesn't resonate, go check out your other signs, okay? Go check out your other stuff. Because we know it just can't resonate all the time. Now, Scorpio, what's going on, girl? So, it feels like you guys are trying to make a decision. Especially this. This could be with someone. It feels like an ex. It feels like you guys are kind of trying to make a decision. It feels like you guys are stuck in that, right? Stuck in this decision. That is really like the main highlight of this. And I say that because you guys start out with, well, hold on, let's do that. Let's do this correctly. Sorry. I just like felt overwhelmed to jump right in. It'll make sense. So, unseen energy is Eight of Swords. That is stuck energy. That is energy that we stick ourselves in, right? It's self-inflicted. Nobody stuck us there. Nobody stuck her there. Nobody's holding her captive there. She is literally, she could wiggle out these bandages. She could walk around these swords. She could walk up this mountain behind her and go to the castle and you know, seek help. She doesn't want to. She's blinded. Her creativity shut down, right? She's got her sacral chakra bound up. So you guys seem like you're really in a stuck place in terms of love for those of you who this is resonating with, okay? Now, I feel like this is all based off of a decision that needs to be made. Some of you guys may be considering getting back with someone, but it's weird. It's weird. It's weird to me. And I'm going to tell you why it's weird. It's weird to me because based on your cards and based on their cards, I don't know much what you're considering. I'm going to do some clarifications. So yeah, judgment card, again, about making a decision, about making a judgment, about rebirthing something, bringing something back to life. Why did Scorpio get the judgment card? 5 of Wands. Now this could have been some, like you guys could have been dealing with a fire sign or someone who had a lot of fire in their chart. But definitely this is a relationship that brought a lot of drama, right? There might have been a lot of arguing, a lot of drama, a lot of, you know, it just wasn't like things weren't cohesive. You guys weren't really on the same page type deal. But anyways, there's consideration there. Now, why I'm saying I don't know particularly why, I mean, I get it, but I don't know exactly why, is because you guys got the 10 of Wands next for how you view them. So this is a card of feeling like, damn, like this is a lot of burden, there's a lot of stress. In many cases, you guys maybe felt like you were carrying the relationship the whole time, right? You had to do everything. You were the only one trying, really putting forth real effort, really putting forth passion, right? And it seems like this relationship that you were in, it's someone who, like, things felt heavy, right? Over time, things started to feel real heavy. But it feels like you guys want to have communication with them and kind of set things straight. I don't know if a lot of you guys have had closure from the situation, but there is an urge to talk to them and kind of speak your truth now. 5 of Swords, I'm sorry, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you guys want to really tell this person, like, you made me feel like shit. You made me feel like I was worthless. You made me feel, you know, I felt like I was constantly fighting for myself, having defended myself, right, with the 7 of Wands. So maybe not necessarily that you're trying to get back with this person, made the decisions not to do that, but it definitely, there is you guys kind of going back and forth on if it's even worth having some type of a talk and communication with this person, because it's like they just made you feel so bad. They just made you feel so worthless. And there is this importance that you do want to speak your truth, but I almost get the sense of you guys honestly don't know how far it'll go or if it'll even matter, right? Now, this other person is 3 of Swords right now. So they're heartbroken from the deal. Now, whether they're telling you this or not, there is this sense of disappointment, right? Why did they get 3 of Swords? You guys could have been also dealing with a air sign person, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Yeah, I feel like they're heartbroken. They may be wanting to extend love back to you, but I get the sense that they know that you're through with them. Like it ended bad. This is a situation for those of you guys who ended bad. It feels like they want to build with you all over again. They maybe, I mean, like, don't be surprised if someone's reaching out like, hey, big head, trying to see what's up with you because now, finally, that you're gone, they understand how stupid and foolish it was that, whatever. Because honestly, it feels like this person was not, like, they just brought you drama and it felt heavy and it feels like it's more on their end than yours. Now, whoa. Two of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles. I wanted to clarify the Two of Pentacles. You guys got Two of Pentacles again. I don't want to say it feels like they're playing with you, but they just seem like it's a type of thing where depending on the day, depending on the mood, it's like they got one foot through the door and one foot on a banana peel. It's not very clear. And at least that's how it feels for you, right? It feels like some days they're hot, some days they're cold. They also feel like you feel that way about them. I do feel like that goes both ways. Like sometimes they talk to you, if you're even on talking terms, then like you're good. And then sometimes you just have an attitude because maybe you're thinking about things in the past or whatever. Like almost like they get this sense like you flash, right? They don't know if you're ever up or down. Temperance. And I feel like they're trying to find the flow and how to move with you, how to make things easier. But even with that being said, I don't know that they necessarily want to get back. It just feels like sometimes they kind of get lonely or sometimes they kind of get bored. But that doesn't take away the fact that they still do feel bad for what happened in the past. I do feel like they still feel bad. Some of you guys may be still having sex with them. And maybe that could be where this complication comes from. Where it's like, it almost feels like a love-hate thing. Like, yeah, it almost feels like a love-hate thing. And again, I feel like they are sad and in many ways would like to be back with you, but it's almost like there's a lot of inconsistency there, right? So if they act like that, they don't act like that all the time, but they act like that enough to where you're even considering dealing with them again or talking to them again, right? And again, it could be because maybe some of you guys are still being intimate in certain ways. Now, their desire for the relationship is the hangman. That's just, I mean, he's not going anywhere, right? There's no movement really. So even if someone is coming to you saying certain things, it doesn't feel like there's movement and they don't really know if they want to move, right? It feels like there's hot and cold. It feels like this is something that, it feels very hot and cold. But it feels like they need to gain more perspective to even see if this is something they really want to do, because I think they're starting to realize that sometimes maybe I'm just lonely, right? That's Piscean energy. Yeah, and maybe they have a decision to make with that too. So while you're deciding, they're deciding as well. But I do feel like they are kind of like extending love to you. Like they might be texting you or they might be, hitting you up, or you see them out and they act really sweet or something like that. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of consistency because it still seems like there's all these twos. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So, and honestly, it just kind of feels like this seesaw effect that sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Sometimes you guys are up, sometimes you're down. Even with this Temperance card, look how she's pouring into the different cups. Yeah. I don't even know that they're really sure what they want to do. It just feels to me like sometimes they get a little lonely when they think about you. And now we're going into cuffing season and now they're feeling foolish. Oof, I can't stand a person like that. Four of Swords. They are thinking about it. So with this Hangman energy and this Four of Swords energy, I do feel like they're taking the time to think about it. But with this Two of Swords energy, it lets me know that they still haven't even really decided what they want to do. Again, it feels like some days they feel really turned on, like, to the relationship. And some days they're like, it just kind of depends. Now, what's blocking? Another two. Two of Wands. So Two of Swords is like when we're thinking about the thing, right? And in the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, she's holding the swords and her heart is crossed and her eyes are bound. She can't see, meaning like her third chakra is all fucked up, right? It's all like she's not using her intuition, and she's also not using her heart. But then there's this huge body of water behind her. Now the Two of Wands is a little bit different, to where it's like, notice how one of these wands is actually bolted into the floor and the other is something is holding. So it's like the decision of, you can either stay and continue to let things be how they were, or you can go off on a new journey. But because it is a wand, and wands are all about action, it lets me know that nobody is actually taking action to actively make a decision. It's like you guys are both thinking about it from time to time, but I don't know. It just seems like for you, it just seems like it was a heavy relationship. For them, it seems like, yeah, I love them and I feel bad and I want them back. But then, I feel like sometimes they feel like it's kind of nice that they don't have to deal with relationship things, right? Oh my goodness. I wanted to clarify Two of Wands and Three of Wands. Yeah. So the actual block is actually actively making the decision and actually waiting and going for it. Like it's you're blocked right there. And then we come up to another two. This is going to require you guys to really trust your intuition on this. I feel like there may have been some secrets still that you guys aren't quite sure about, right? Because the High Priestess does speak of secrets. It is ruled by the moon. It is a very, a very mysterious energy. So, the Fool. I think if your gut is telling you that you need to move on, you need to move on from this, right? And with the Fool, I feel like, there's new things to look forward to in terms of love. And I feel like it might come a little bit slower, because now at the bottom of the deck, we've got that Knight of Pentacles, which is so slow moving. But the good thing is, this Knight, when it makes its decisions and it really goes for something, there's stability there. There's loyalty there. You can depend on it. It is something that, you can safely grow and not have to worry about them breaking your heart or doing you wrong or any of that. That is not this energy at all. I think you guys know what to do, which is why you're even sitting here like teeter-tottering on it. Like, I feel like you guys know, but you're stuck because I think it has to do with more like, oh, well, this is comfortable. I know this person. And let's face it, it sucks whenever we're thinking about, like, I don't know about you guys, I'm single. And so when I even think about moving forward and meeting someone and like, having to, sounds so bad, having to take the time to get to know a new person and their likes and dislikes, and like meet their mom and try to get their sister to like me and shit like that. Oh my God. So there's almost like this thing, like for you guys, it feels like, okay, it's just easier to try to work it out with this relationship than to move on. I think that's where the stuckness comes from. But is it? Because honey, y'all are viewing this person as being heavy, as not, helping with things, not helping, and like everything was on your back, everything was your thing to fix. Left you feeling raggedy Ann, honey. Things were confusing, there was drama, it wasn't organized, there was no plan for the future moving forward. So is it actually? Now I do see you guys mingling. I see you guys getting out there. I think this is the potential outcome. I think that you guys are going to go and meet somebody else. This holiday season, some other potentials, maybe a few somebody else's. You know what I mean? It just seems like whatever this is that you're even halfway thinking about in the past, you're going through there's a depth of this. This is in. This is done, or at least it should be. At least that's what Spirit's telling you. If it's done, because there's new beginnings coming up. The Fool is here to start you on a new beginning. And honey, she's trying to tell you to move on. Move on. Go on this new adventure. Go out, meet people. Put it into this. Put it into this situation. Put it into it. Because it just wasn't serving you. And it may be hard. You guys will go through this moment of grieving, right? With this Five of Cups card, where you're thinking about the past and feeling bad about the past and guilty about the past. But do not. You guys have some good things coming up ahead. And the things of the past that you dealt with, I feel like they won't be a thing of the future. Okay. If you are in a relationship or were in a relationship and you're even considering working it out, and this is how this person made you feel, what are you really considering? And I think going back to this challenge, you see that in this card, remember how we talked about how one is bolted into the ground and he's actually holding one and looking in that direction, holding the world. The challenge is you're not trying to move forward, right? Move forward and be patient and wait for your actual king or queen to come in. You know, this situation is done. It's done. For what? You know what I mean? And then you guys got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, so keep an open mind. While you're out there mingling and things, you may meet, I feel like you guys are going to meet actually a few new people who want to be involved with you, right? But it's really important to keep an open mind. It's really important to like not do the thing or try not to do the thing. It's kind of natural where we compare to our last lover or whatever. It's just really important that you kind of clear that energy of that old person out, because again, this energy I'm looking at, it feels heavy. It feels like it was heavy. It felt like it was a struggle. So there's no need to even be here in this energy with this Eight of Swords, because like, what is there to even think about? What is there even to think about? Look, underneath that, Ace of Pentacles. So you guys do have opportunity coming towards you for stability and for abundance in all forms. But it looks like you need to drop the past. Like, drop all them sticks, honey. Because, no. Again, I do feel like they're sad over what happened. I feel like there's times where they want to offer you love, but they're too up and down. It depends on their fucking mood, you know. It's almost like, I don't want to say you're an option, but it's almost like they're going about it like you're an option. Like they're making you feel like you're an option because they're not consistent with this. So what are you considering? Because I know you don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? Scorpios are amazing, passionate lovers. And you guys need somebody who matches that. If you have someone who's making you feel like they have lukewarm feelings for you, girl, no. Go on, kill it, put a death, put it into it, and go on this new journey. And keep an open mind while you do, okay? We're going into a new year, new you, new experiences, new love. I love you guys. If you would like a personal reading, please reach out to me. She's vibeytarot@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys next year. Bye.